Hello guys, imagine cooking a meal in your house. A pot is boiling on your cooker, on your fire. A cooking pot is boiling on your fire, knowing very well that you are cooking a neighbor's chicken. It's a laughing matter. What happens is your son comes in, a mature son, a mature child, maybe I should say, with chicken, and it is slaughtered in the compound, and you see it. And this son of yours is not even working. This is in the village, guys. I'm talking of the village. Your son is not working. Your son doesn't even have chicken, and he comes in with the chicken, slaughters it in the compound, and starts cooking it in your house. I'm telling you guys, let me tell you, things will happen, but this one is funny. Hey, guys, have you subscribed to this channel, guys? Hey, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell, share, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Now, you have this mature son. He doesn't have a job. He has stomached, yes, not that he hasn't. He has looked for a job, he hasn't gotten one, and it is in the village. And then one of the you are struggling to feed him and clothe him, and even support him in any way, in every way. And then I don't know if it is an age that reaches and these young men just join gangs out there, groups of young men out there, and they do the unthinkable. Because what he does, he's moving around with some group that you don't like, and you see him walk with that group, and you keep telling him, I don't like that company that you're having. And then you know this is a grown son. He is now 18, and he tells you, Mama, I know what I'm doing. And you tell him, this group that I see you work with, I don't like it. But he brushes you off, and the next thing you hear is that a neighbor's son was caught stealing. And then you come discuss it with your son and tell him, didn't I even see you with that neighbor's son the other day? And I told you to be very careful with the company you work, because that neighbor's son is a thief. And you hear, I saw you with him. Next thing I'm going to hear is that you have also stolen, and it would be very sad to hear that you are a friend to a thief. And then your son tells you, oh, no, honey, I can't even be associated with such behavior. I can't be associated with that behavior. That is him. Me, I know what I do. We are just stomaching, looking for, you know, there's that casual labor, the people call it kibarua. So when your son is 18, instead of sitting in the house and there's a kibarua somewhere, they can go out there and do the kibarua, so they are able to even buy themselves some t-shirt, some oil to apply on their faces. You don't tell him to sit there every day. If he walks out there and fights a kibarua, you can let him do. And that is what happens, guys. Yes, that's what happens. We allow our children to, when they are 18 and they haven't found jobs, they haven't even found universities to join, or even colleges, you can allow him to go and work that casual job so that he gets some coins. You know, he'll always need money, So now, this friend of his is the one that was caught stealing. And you warn your son and you tell him, don't move with that son of my neighbor again, because I had very bad news about him. He was caught stealing, and your son just brushes that aside and says, yeah, that is him. Me, I can't do such things. And you believe him, because all your life you have brought up your son in a Christian way. We are Christians, and you've never even, if they are Muslim, you have brought your son up in the Muslim way, and you've never even had an incident or an issue that he's been involved in something bad. So now, guys, hey, he tells you, okay, that's him and that's not me. I don't do those things, and you believe him. Then one of the days, this is where the story is. One of the days you come home, and guys, do you know what you find? you know what you find? You find a cookie. You come the wrong time. Usually, your son knows that you get back home at 5 in the evening, at 6 in the evening. But today, something happens and you come early. You come back at about 3. What happens when you get home? You find a boiling pot in your kitchen. Something is cooking. Before you enter the house, you see some feathers near the flower garden out there, and you just ignore. Then you enter the house, you find a boiling pot, there's chicken that is cooking at 3 in the afternoon. Guys, you enter and you call, then your son comes from the bedroom and he says, are you the one who's cooking? And he says, yes, I'm the one who's cooking. What are you cooking? He's like shying off, he doesn't want to tell you. Then you go and open the pot, the cover, and find that it is chicken. You ask, where did you get chicken from? I was given. By who? A friend. A friend just gave you chicken. Yes. And you wonder, because this is the village, this is not the urban area, you say, hey, what friend is this that gave my son a chicken? And you want to continue inquiring, and you ask, they gave you a chicken? And you say, yes, they gave me a chicken. And because your son had gone for the casual job near that area yesterday, so you imagine maybe he made friends with somebody there, or he was not paid his dues. You never ask your son for his money whenever he works for you. So you imagine maybe he found favor in the eyes of somebody. But let me tell you, guys, it is good to always find out what happens to your children, because when he says I was given, you should have asked why did they give you chicken? Why do they give you chicken? So guys, let me tell you a story. Oh, you say, oh, okay, which family? Who is that again? A friend near where we went working yesterday. So you leave it at that, and you say, okay, my son has got many friends, maybe one of them gave. Hey, you see it, you even advise, now, see, this chicken, why don't you put some tomatoes, because with some stew, you need some tomatoes. You are the one who is now advising your son how to cook that chicken, and the chicken is cooked, and you say, okay, now, let's even do that chicken, all of us, for supper. Just when we are seated for supper, eating that chicken, hey, somebody knocks at the door. Guys, subscribe to this channel. This is a channel where we talk about issues of life. Issues of life. Somebody knocks at the door, and you're like, hey, who is knocking at 8 in the night? And going to open, your son rushes to the door, but you hear he's speaking in low tones. Then you peep and say, who is at the door? And you are like, you want to check who is at the door, but your son is trying to push that person out. Then you say, who is at the door? And you proceed. Then the person says, okay, I want to speak to your mom. And you hear it. So you say, I'm coming, I'm here. Hey, do you know who enters? Your neighbor, okay, not your immediate neighbor, in the next village. A person that you know enters, and he's very furious. You know why? Your son stole his chicken. And it has been established that it is him who stole. In fact, there is evidence that he was seen stealing that chicken, and now the man has come demanding to be paid for his chicken, or that his chicken be returned. And this is the chicken that is already on your plate eating. You are already eating it, guys. I'm laughing, and we have children. But may God forbid, because I don't know what I would do. I don't know whether I would puke that chicken from my stomach. I don't know what I would do. Children can make you go through issues, guys. Gosh, imagine. Just when you are eating is when somebody enters. So in fact, this person, when the son tried to push him out, and you asked her in, and she came. You asked him in, and he came in, and now already chicken is served in your plates. he has already been invited in, and he's seeing that this is chicken these people are eating. And now the story he has come home with is that to you it is that your son stole chicken, and here you are eating chicken. How do you even deny that? And in fact, your son steps out immediately after that. When you are speaking to the guest, I call him a guest, your son sneaks out and jumps out and goes away and leaves his plate there with chicken pieces. What a shame. Let me tell you guys, you can be put in a position, a very awkward position by children, even not small children, children who are teenagers. He can put you in a very awkward situation. Yet you took them to church, you taught them the ways of God, but the company they are moving with out there betrays them, because what a shame. Now how do you even start discussing that? How do you even start discussing that? In fact, that lady was very ashamed, the lady of the house, very ashamed, and said, oh, so this is the chicken we are eating. No wonder Dave told me that, but Dave told me that he was given a chicken where he went doing a cashew job yesterday. And the neighbor says, please, I have all the information. Those people that saw him catch that chicken are there. They saw him. And now what I want is, now that I see you have cooked my chicken, all I need is my money, 1,500 shillings. 1,500 shillings, and then you are made to pay 1,500 shillings. When you'd have gone to a butchery and bought meat worth 500 shillings for supper, and save the balance, and you eat the 1,500 for the 3 days, your son makes you pay the 1,500, and with a lot of shame, because you are even ashamed that, by the way, do you know when the neighbor walks out, you will not even be able to finish the food that was in your plate. That chicken pieces, those chicken pieces that remained before the knock, you'll not even be able to finish them, because you'll feel like, I want to puke. I can't imagine eating food, chicken or something that was stolen. I can't imagine it. So guys, this generation can make you very ashamed. I actually don't know what to tell you in this video. Let me only tell you to like and subscribe. And please subscribe to this channel. This is where we discuss issues. Have you ever been put in such a situation? I know you have never been put in such a situation. But let me tell you, you can be put in such a situation by your teenage son. Not, I don't think it's, in this case it will not be a daughter. I don't think we'll do that. A daughter will do other things also out there, a teenage daughter. But this one is a son's business. He will do that and exactly that, and I tell you, you feel like you want to kill somebody. What a shame. Guys, this case was a case like, if the mother didn't have that money, what would have happened? Okay? What would have happened? You know, this neighbor would have taken them to the chief. And it would have ended up being a case in the chief's office. And now your son has stepped out and gone. What do you tell him when he comes back? Why did he go stealing food? Because that is like stealing food. When you are doing all you can to give him a meal every day. What a shame. Guys, things happen, but this is a very, very bad thing that happened to this lady. It can happen to anyone. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And guys, let us discuss this in the comment section. Go down there and make a comment, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.